and welcome to another episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. I'm James,
And I'm Sarah.
and Sarah just took a hit off of her inhaler.
Yeah, I did. um, okay. All right. I actually have a lot to talk about.
I am also very sick, so not very sick. Like I have something going on with my throat, so I don't know what's going on. But Jesus.
Sorry.
but okay, well, you can get started then, because I don't really have much other than I still don't have my car.
Oh my God.
So I dropped it off on Friday last week. And they were like, well, we won't have the part until Monday, which I was like, fine, okay, whatever. So they got the part, and then I sent them a message on Monday, and I was like, can you tell me when it's going to get fixed? And they were like, well, one of the parts was cross shipped, so we had to order another part, and it won't be here until tomorrow. And then they got the part in. Something was still wrong with it. Wednesday, they were still looking at it. Thursday, yesterday, they were still looking at it. They said they got it fixed on Wednesday, but when they test drove it, there was a new sound that it was making. So they needed to diagnose what that was. They think they know what it is, but they wanted to take it for a longer drive to see if they could figure it out. I texted them yesterday and I was like, so what's going on? Am I going to get my car today? And he called me and he was like, so it looks like it's your steering rack that needs to be replaced, but we need to get someone to look at it, a specialist to come in and look at it to confirm for sure that that's what it is. And then it'll be a little bit before we can get that person to come in and then get it fixed if that's what it is. They gave me a rental car or a loaner. It's trash. I hate it. It's a Nissan Jukes, or not a Nissan Jukes, a Nissan Kicks. So it's very small. It's a little bit bigger than your car, but it's still small. And it's got a very tiny engine in it, so it goes very slow, and it doesn't speed. It doesn't like get up to speed very fast.
Yeah, my car does not get up to speed very fast.
Thankfully, I don't have to drive it very much. Ryan's working this weekend, so I'm probably just going to be at home this weekend anyway, but I do need something to drive to get to work, or if I need to go somewhere that's not me taking him and dropping him off at work and then driving back, because that doesn't make sense either. So it'll work for whatever, if I need it for anything, but that's it. That's all and then I'm sick. So other than that, that's all I got.
Well, this week was not a good week for me. It was full of immense challenges and struggles.
Yeah.
And I wanted to come on here and talk about it. So,
Okay.
on Tuesday, I accidentally triggered some PTSD memories related to being sexually assaulted. And so I was already not starting off the day well. Okay. I get to work, and work not going well. Not going well at all. It was a huge mess, and the person that I was working with, I love her to pieces, but she stresses me out.
No.
She's such a lovely human being, but she stresses me the fuck out. So I'm stressed. It's stressful. And my boss is at work, of course, while everything is being stressful. So I have the added, the boss is here. I have to act and behave a specific way. Which sucks, but here we are. So, what happened was I was talking to my boss, because my boss and I actually at one point had the same therapist. And said therapist ghosted me
Oh.
Um, and so I said that, and I said that I was pretty sure that the reason that said therapist had ghosted me was because I was the first 10 on the ACE test that she had ever seen. Which, for those of you who don't know, the ACE test is the Adverse Childhood Experiences test. And I have a 10 out of 10. Okay. And that
Sarah's an
fucking
overachiever.
sucks. Indeed. And that fucking sucks. So my coworker said, what even is that? So I pulled it up for her and I handed it to her. I handed her my phone because I had it pulled up on my phone. And she's like going through the list. And I keep hearing her go, no, no, no. And then she goes, oh my God. And you have 10 out of 10? She's like, I have 0. And I was like, yes. So then, obviously, I had a really sad day thinking about the fact that I'm fucked up. Because 10 out of 10 is not good. But anyway, so I had that, and then work continued to be stressful. And at some point, I know that I turned into a mega bitch because I was extremely, extremely overwhelmed, and people were being stupid, and stuff was being stupid, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So anyway, so I cried for the rest of the day. And that was not pleasant. Did I lose you?
No.
Oh. Are you wishing that I had lost you?
No, I'm taking this test.
Oh.
This is weird. And it has like pictures and stuff. You have to like watch the pictures or listen to the sound. And so the one that
the one that I took didn't have pictures and sounds.
Oh, this one had a sound. Like you had to listen to it and choose what you heard first.
No. So the Adverse Childhood Experience test it's just 10 basic questions. Hold on. Childhood trauma. Because okay. No. You wanna look at the ACEs Aware, which so it's that other one, that first one is just a thing that pops up as like a sponsored thing, but that's not actually it. So, but anyway, so I cried the rest of the day.
Do you lose a parent through divorce though?
In my case, yes.
Yeah. But that question's weird. So sorry, I'm just going through it. So I looked it up, and there was this one that had like questions and stuff, but they also had stuff. And then Sarah gave me this one. The first one says, "Did you feel that you didn't have enough to eat, had to wear dirty clothes, or had no one to protect or take care of you?" Those are very different experiences.
It doesn't matter because I experienced them all.
Well, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, that's not a very good question because they're very different experiences. So it's like, if you say yes to one of those, do you have to say yes to that entire option? That doesn't make any sense.
No. So it's specifically related to, did you feel these things? Okay. And these things are integral to personhood. Being able to have enough to eat, being able to wear clean clothes, and being able to have somebody protect you are all integral to a feeling of safety as a child. So if you didn't have one of those, like, it doesn't matter if you didn't experience all three. What matters is that you experienced one of them. They're all grouped in a category for that reason, because they produce the same type of trauma effect in the childhood brain.
But then the second question doesn't make sense to me either, because did you lose a parent through divorce, abandonment, death, or other reason? The question should be just, did you lose a parent? Because
no, but
you don't necessarily lose a parent through divorce.
But you can.
But that's not the question, though. Like, the question is, like, that shouldn't be in there. It should be just, did you lose a parent? Like, that should be the only the part of that question.
No, there's a reason that they put it in specific categories like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense. Like, that statement doesn't make sense to me. That statement should just be, did you lose a parent?
Okay, I recognize that you feel that particular question is incorrect.
I'm not saying it's incorrect. I'm just saying,
but
there's too much in it.
This isn't a good look for you right now.
Why? Because I don't agree with the statement, and there's too much in it. Like,
no, because okay. This whole thing wasn't supposed to be about, like, you taking the test and, like, your results and whatnot. This was supposed to be me talking about the reasons why my week kind of sucked.
I know, but I needed to understand what the test was, and I'd never heard of it other than what you said, and I looked it up, and I wanted to look it up.
Right.
So I'll stop paying attention to it and listen to you now, but I just wanted to look at it, and I just didn't understand what it was, and my brain went, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Sorry, go ahead. We're moving on.
Just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean that it's not that it's not accurate the way that it is.
And I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that that question doesn't make sense to me. So it doesn't, like, to me, that wouldn't be moving on. Ooh, I shouldn't drink that. It's been sitting there for like 4 hours. Why did I put that up to my mouth?
I don't know. I didn't know it'd been sitting there for 4 hours.
So anyways, what else triggered your
So anyway,
trauma reflex?
I hate it. Fucking hate it. Fucking hate it. Anywho, so the next day, Wednesday, I'm still a little emotionally bruised, shall we say. Okay, a little tender to the touch. And I get my paycheck. Because I always get my paycheck early.
Yeah.
And not only is it less than I would normally make, regardless, it was less than what I should have made because I worked at a different location that is an hour and a half away from me.
No.
Okay. And the only reason I worked that other location is because I was told I was going to get paid an extra $2 per hour. So explain to me how I made an extra $2 an hour for a 10-hour day and worked my usual at least 80 hours. And I made $1,270. And I normally make, with a regular paycheck, $1,350. Like,
did you look at the hours and make sure the hours were correct?
Yes.
And
I
the
looked at the
pay?
hours. I looked at the hours. Today I did not look at my pay stub because I have to wait until Fridays to get my pay stub.
Yeah.
I work was crazy and hectic, and I did not get a chance to look at my pay stub. But
So there could be a couple different reasons that I'm not justifying it, but there could be a couple different reasons. Maybe it didn't read that you clocked in or clocked out one time, or the system didn't get that you clocked in. Your time clock didn't register for a day, so it didn't count for that day. Or
so that's not the way that our system works.
Okay.
So my manager has to finalize my hours and submit them. And I check them before I leave for the day.
Yeah.
On the day that it has to be submitted to make sure that everything is correct.
Okay.
So it's kind of a collaborative thing. So I'm just over here if I didn't get that extra, because technically, yes, I worked a little less than I usually do because I only worked 80 hours.
Yeah.
Instead of 84, which is what I usually do.
Yeah, and some of that would be what, double time? Time and a half?
Time and a half.
So 4 of those hours would have been time, 2, maybe 4 would have been time and a half. I don't know. I haven't been hourly for
No.
10
4
years.
would be time and a half. And I know that that gets
taxed at a higher rate.
Taxed at a different rate. Yep. I know that part.
I mean, then it to me that just sounds like they forgot to edit the pay and make sure that it was the extra $2 an hour, and it's just something you need to clear up with your manager.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to wait until Monday to take care of it, but it's still what is happening?
Yeah.
What is going on?
It's frustrating. Yeah, I get it. I understand. Well, I don't get it, but I do understand just based on at some point I worked in not really HR, but worked semi close to HR, and people would come and have those same questions, and it was okay, well, here's who we can contact, and then it gets fixed once you contact that person. So it's it is. I understand that it's frustrating. So I get it. That's annoying. Yeah.
It's when you need your money,
yeah.
Your bills. And that's the other thing too, is that I'm currently back up to debt in my ears, which is frustrating and disheartening and just all around depressing, because I keep trying to do better. I keep adjusting my budgets, or working a little extra here, working a little extra there. I keep trying, and it just feels like I keep rolling the boulder up the hill and it keeps rolling back down on top of me.
Yeah.
So that sucks. And then today I apparently my alarm went off, but I turned it back off.
Yeah.
And did not wake up again for another hour. And had to be all the way in Kingsland, which is an hour and a half away.
Yikes.
So I was a half hour late to work, which I am so rarely late to work that my manager thinks it's funny when I am. I am so reliable when it comes to work.
Not today.
Not today. So, and this is only my second time at this particular clinic. So I'm just the whole drive, I'm freaking out thinking, oh my God, they're going to think I'm such a terrible worker, but that's not the truth. I don't know what happened this morning. I just couldn't get up, and it just, So then I'm screaming the whole way to work, essentially. And then, after all that, on the drive home, I was so exhausted emotionally that I kept trying, like, my body kept trying to be like, let's just go to sleep. And I'm like, no, I can't sleep. I'm driving.
On the way home? Oh, God.
Yes. So then I had to call my mother and, like, have my mom talk to me for, like, 20 minutes to finish out this stupid drive. Oh, my God. And then I came home. And I know that I've been depressed because I've been struggling to do my dishes, right? That's the thing. I don't like doing dishes. So, like, it makes sense that when I'm depressed, that's the first thing that goes.
Yeah.
But I did them today before we hopped on this recording, and I put it off so long that there were maggots in my sink.
Oof. Do you hand do your dishes, or do you put them in the...
I use my dishwasher, but I don't trust my dishwasher.
Yeah.
So they're going through the dishwasher now to get the extra hot water because I can't. My flesh cannot stand the heat of the water.
Yeah. I've never, I mean, I don't say I never, but I hardly ever just run mine through the dishwasher, mainly because I feel like they don't get clean enough.
Yeah, I agree.
I also don't do them most of the time. Ryan does. So that's the benefit of having someone that lives with you.
Yes, well.
Yes, and.
Yes, and. I don't live with anyone yet, so but yeah, so this is for the whole 6 people that listen to this. This is like how depression can be. This is a day in the life, or in this particular instance, a week in the life.
I can hear your dishwasher.
Yeah. I literally did the dishes before this call.
I forget. Is your apartment a bedroom? Like it has a bedroom, or is it a studio?
No, I have a bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not all one. But I'm just like, that was kind of like my hint. By hint, I mean giant glaring flag that I'm not doing as well as I thought I was.
Yeah.
So I need to reassess and figure out what to do about that.
Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. And I know we've said it on here before, but I have a hard, like, I don't know what it feels like. So I have a hard time, and we've said it on here before, I have a very hard time empathizing. So all I can say is I'm sorry you're going through it. Cause I am, what's the word? I am blessed. Maybe that's not the word I want.
Neurodivergent in a different way.
Sure. I was going to say I'm not significant. What is the word? I don't know. I'm of a certain, like, I'm glad that I don't have to deal with depression, and I haven't had to deal with depression like other people may have. Or maybe I do and I just don't realize it because my brain just turns it off some way. I don't know. That might be something a psychologist could look into, but I'm too busy.
I was going to say, like, you're going to go to a psychologist.
I'm busy. I have too much stuff to do. Put my hood up and look like the Unabomber for a minute. I've started wearing hoodies a lot more. It's crazy. Like
I have noticed that.
I never used to wear hoodies. Ooh, that looks weird. I never used to wear hoodies, but I bought some from American Eagle and I absolutely love them. They're super comfortable.
Love that.
And they're really nice quality. They don't have the string, which the string always drives me nuts, and I always end up playing with it. So this one doesn't have one, so it makes it easier. I started watching Elsbeth, which again, I think I missed a bunch of episodes, so I started watching it again, and I'm caught up to date on all of the show. And I just, like, before we jumped on here, I started watching American Horror Story Apocalypse again.
Oh yeah.
It's a very strange season, but it's cool. I like it. It's interesting.
Ooh, I started playing a new video game.
Oh yeah, what is it?
It's called Monster Prom. It's really funny. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Real dumb.
Like, what is it? Monster Prom? Is it like Monster
So-
High Dolls?
So it's not Monster High Dolls, but it is like that similar concept, but definitely more not safe for work.
So it's like Monster High, but with monster, it's spelled MNSTR. And then high is spelled H with an exclamation point, backwards G, and then another H.
You have to go on, like, you're trying to ask out one of the most popular kids at your school kind of thing. But really everybody's over 18. It's real weird.
Oh, so it's
because
is it
Monster
like an
High.
online live, like you're with other people?
You can play it online with other friends. But you can also play it solo. I played it with my friend No, over
No.
Discord.
No. They said no.
Anyway, neither one of us got to be with the person that we wanted to be with, but it asks you a lot of really interesting questions.
So they just slow danced alone.
Well, I believe that my life was actually ruined because I didn't go to Monster Prom. It was real weird.
Because high school. That is what it's like in high school for some people. I didn't go to prom. My life is ruined.
Right.
Calm down. No, it's not.
I mean, yeah, prom, at least in my experience, was nothing like how they portray it.
I went to one prom and I think you were there too.
Yeah.
It was boring.
It was boring as fuck. Like, the most interesting part was the bowling.
Oh yeah. And that was before prom.
That was after.
Oh, I don't remember. Oh yeah, because I switched into flip-flops, which I don't know why I switched into flip-flops. Anyways, so we're getting, so you are you enjoying the game, I guess?
Yes, I enjoy it.
I didn't know if we were closed out and done with that topic and ready to move
We-
on to the next one, or
We can be closed out and done with that topic. We're good.
So we decided to, I decided to look into getting like a water dispenser thing.
Yeah.
So that we don't have to have like the filtered water, and there's a delivery service where they bring those 3 or 5 gallon things of water.
Yeah.
So that's getting delivered next week, because the water here isn't horrible, but it's not great. And I like to have like really fresh filtered water, like good filtered water. And we're spending like $15 a week on this thing of bottled water. And it's also bottled water, so it's very wasteful.
Mhm.
Although we do have a recycling option here, so we can recycle it, but it's very wasteful. It's also very expensive. So I'm renting a machine and then getting the bottle delivered once a month. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
It's like $50 a month.
That's not bad.
for the machine and a 5 gallon thing of water. So if we think about it, it's about the same price, maybe a little bit less. Actually, a little bit less than buying the bottles because this week we had to buy two. And Ryan and I both drink the water. So, and I use it for like, we use it for cooking, but we also use it for like coffee every day. So, nice fresh water. I've never had Arrowhead Springs, but or Arrowhead water. I don't know. That was one of the options they had. Whenever I did like they give you the option to do a survey, and they chose like the most expensive option that came with a glass bottle, and I was like, of course you're going to choose the most expensive option through this survey. And of course I would probably want to do it, but I'm like, I'm not paying $100 a month for water.
Oh, right. What?
It wasn't that much. It was like, so the 5 gallon thing is like $8 and something a month, or it's like 9 something a month. Where the other one was a 2.5 gallon, and it was twice a month, $29 plus a $50 deposit for the bottle. So if it like broke or got damaged or something, it's just a deposit, but you would get it back, or it would be credited on your account the next month. So we'll see how it goes. The rental for the thing is just like $10 a month too, but it's built into that. Like, I don't think it's actually $50 every month. I think for the first month it's that, because you have the $20 deposit for the bottle. So then the next month it'll be $20 less, so it'll be more like $30 a month, because I don't have to pay the deposit every time. They're gonna give it back to me, as long as the container, the big bottle jug thing, isn't damaged.
Right. That makes sense.
So we'll see. What else? There was something else that I was going to talk about, but I just forgot it. Other than I'm sickly. Ryan, yesterday I think it was, he woke up at like 5 a.m. and was like, he asked me what time I woke up. I've worked from home all week this week because I didn't have a car, and I was like, I don't want to have him take me into work and then come and pick me up. So I was like, I'll just work from home, and I have the ability to do that. So he was like, what time are you getting up? And I had my alarm set for 8 a.m. And he was like, well, you wake me up, and if you don't turn off your alarm, make sure you wake me up. I'm going to go to urgent care. I was like, okay. So I guess he had an ear infection that was really hurting. And then he ended up like less than an hour later, he was like, I'm just going to go to the emergency room. So we went to the emergency room and got some medicine for an ear infection.
Dang.
Yeah. And then I have what I'm assuming, I don't know what it is, but my voice is like, I don't know if you can tell, but my voice is kind of annoyed.
I can.
And my throat is a little sore. But I feel fine otherwise. Like my throat and my voice is just a little annoyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anything exciting going on this weekend?
No, I'm gonna watch American Horror Story Apocalypse. Tonight I decided I wanted to order some pizza, so I ordered pizza, but it's not very good. So I have to so I don't know what I'm gonna do with it because it's not good.
Dang.
But I ordered cheesy bread too, so I actually had something.
Okay.
And I had a bite. It wasn't terrible, but I don't know that I would eat the rest of it.
Valid.
And I bought this thing, this little headset thing. You can't really see it because it's fun. And I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I think it's like the little earpiece that's supposed to go in my ear. It's too big, so I have to switch it out for a smaller one because it doesn't actually go into my ear. But we'll see. I'll play with it later. Other than that, I remember what I was going to talk to you about. So I've been looking into the governor race here in California, because in
Hmm.
California, it's insane this year. There's like 15 people that are running for governor. We talked about it a little bit. I'm getting a little feedback on your end,
On
but
mine?
I can hear myself. Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
But anyways, I was looking into it, and there's Javier Becerra, which is like the one that's currently leading, Tom Steyer, and then Steve Hilton, I think, is the other one, which is a Republican, so I'm never going to vote for him. Um, Chad Bianco, who is another Republican from, he's a piece of trash as far as I'm concerned. And then there's Katie Porter and a few other people. So I looked at everybody's, well, not everybody's. I looked at the people that I was interested in's interviews that they had on this website, and I'm not super jazzed about any of them. The one thing, so the two that are like the main Democrats, Javier Becerra, which it's spelled like you would say it Xavier, but it's said Javier. I think it's said Javier, maybe, where the X is silent, probably. He's like the main one that is the front runner currently. And the only thing about him that I don't like, well, there's a couple things. He took money from a oil and gas company, which not a huge fan of that, but he speaks about being like pro green and green energy. But then whenever he was doing his interview, California has a goal to be carbon neutral by 2045 or 2040, I can't remember which, and to only sell new, the only automobiles that are sold new by 2030, EVs. And he was like, the question was, what do you think of this? And if there is, do you think there's any wiggle room if you become mayor, to remove or push that goal? And I was like, for the EVs, I kind of understand, because not everyone can, like, there's not enough infrastructure and there's not enough incentive right now for people to buy EVs. Although with gas being $7 a gallon here, it's a little bit more incentivized. um, but they also, I think last year, took away the ability for EVs to drive in the HOV lane whenever they only have one person in there. And it's like, so there's not even that much incentive anymore. And so he was like, that. So that I kind of understand pushing that off, but the carbon neutral, especially if it's anything government related, you should be able to be carbon neutral by 2045. There's no reason that you can't, because it has nothing to do with the community. It's everything government related. So you as the government have the ability to do whatever you need to be carbon neutral by 2045. So that answer is kind of unacceptable to me. And then he also was asked about AI data centers, and his answer wasn't really great. He was like, we need to work together with the AI data centers to make sure that it's, so the question was basically, do you think, how do you think that we should prepare for AI where it comes to if it's possibly displacing workers? And his thing was, he said we should work with the data centers and make sure that they're not replacing employees, and if they do, then they're doing something to offset that. I'm like, that's not a good answer to me. But the other person, Tom Steyer, I'm not a huge fan of his either, mainly because he's a billionaire who made his billions through oil and gas. He was not a stockbroker, but an investment banker who made his billions off of oil and gas, coal, and for-profit prisons. So like the investment firm invested in prisons, and there's an interview that says he said he invested in a prison, a private prison, but only for a year. And when he found out what they were doing, he backed out of it. I'm like, so you're bad at making decisions, and you're bad at doing your homework and looking into something before you give them money. So I'm not a huge fan of his either. But those are the only two options because everyone else, it's like they're so far behind that there's no way that they're going to get enough votes to move on to the next round.
Gross.
Yeah, so it's not a good option. I mean, the other thing with Javier Becerra is he was the not surgeon general, head of HHS under Biden. So the only thing that's kind of pushing me more towards Javier Becerra is the fact that he has experience in working for government. So he's done a lot to combat Trump and his racist policies and the administration as Attorney General, because he was acting Attorney General as well for California, where he sued the Trump administration a lot and won, especially in ICE and for ICE and those like that stuff. So like those are the only things to me that are kind of they're good talking points. The other thing about I keep saying the other thing. Another thing I don't like is his answer to will you push against the Trump administration? And he said, ideally we would have a good working relationship, but if it doesn't change, then like we'll have to see. Tom Steyer's answer was much better because he basically just said, unless something changes with Trump, then no, I don't see there being a good relationship, and I highly doubt anything's going to change with Trump. So if he's coming for Californians, then I'll be fighting against him. So it's like it's very icky, and I don't really like any of them. Tom Steyer was endorsed by Jane Fonda because of what he says he would do for the climate, and he's supposedly a big climate activist since he divested from all of his like oil and gas ventures whenever the company that he was working for. So he's divested, I think, since like 2012 is what I was reading. 2012. So he has nothing to do with them, but it's also like, and he is, from what I understand, he is using his money, and a lot of it is going towards climate action. So like that to me is a good thing. But then there's also like all he does is talk bad about the other people, but doesn't really provide very much information about what his plan is when he gets into office.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I don't like the talk. Show me with action, and you're a billionaire, so you should be able to do whatever you want when it comes to activism, because you're a billionaire. He is for taxing billionaires more.
Well, that's good at least.
So, I mean, he's a billionaire who says he's for taxing billionaires, but it's like, are you actually saying that just so that you can get the votes, or are you actually going to do it?
Right. Like, are you actually going to put stuff into effect to do that?
Yeah, because that's the thing I hate about politics. It's like you can say whatever you want, but are you actually going to follow through with it? The other thing,
and very rarely do they. And then the
other thing that's crazy right now is Spencer Pratt. He's running for mayor of Los Angeles, and he just like surged in polls. He's now he's in second. Yeah.
Okay. We're Spencer Pratt from
Heidi and Spencer.
That's
the
who
Hills.
I thought you were.
Yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about.
Lord. Okay.
I don't understand. And like there was this thing that just came out this week that he posted something, and it was AI generated, but he posted a campaign thing saying that he was living his house, him and his wife's house did catch on fire last year and burned down in the Palisade fire, which is tragic. But from what I'm hearing, or from what I'm read, his insurance on his home insurance lapsed. So he didn't have insurance money so that he could rebuild his home. So like they just don't have the money. So he's been staying. He claims his house right now is an airstream on the property where his house used to be. But he's also staying in Santa Barbara in a hotel that's over $8,000 a night.
8,000. I'm sick. I'm sick.
Yeah, so it's like I don't understand, and I don't understand why people are wanting to vote for him, because like I haven't seen anything that he has said that he wants to do that is even one feasible, but two good for Los Angeles.
Right.
Like there is an unhoused epidemic problem
Yes.
within Los Angeles, and I mean United States.
Yeah.
But and like the issue that I have with a lot of these people, a lot of the people that are running for office are they don't really have a plan for what to do to help the unhoused population. Like Javier Becerra and Tom Steyer have like they've said that they don't plan on criminal charges for anyone, but they want to give them the help and support they need through like mental health services and housing that's set up for them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like no one like anyone that says they're for criminal action for an unhoused person is like right off the bat, right off in my book.
Right. Because
nine
how are
times,
you going to punish somebody for being homeless?
Yeah, and 9 times out of 10, it's either they have a mental health issue that has kind of taken them away from being able to function properly in society. So it's like they can't have a job, they can't keep a job because of an undiagnosed or an unmanaged mental health issue, which is horrible. Or a drug addiction or alcohol addiction, some type of which is also a mental health disorder. So it's like not all of them are criminals. And if like just because they've had an issue in the past where maybe they were arrested and they were charged with a drug related crime, like that's not really, I mean, it's partially their fault, but it's also they're a symptom of their community.
Right. It's a symptom of a greater societal illness.
Yeah.
I think the thing for me too is that so many Americans are just literally one paycheck away from being homeless.
Yeah.
Like, including myself sometimes. Like, and the scary thing is I make $21.10 an hour. Like, and that's still not enough to survive sometimes. Like, that's crazy. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm not. I'm trying to figure out why this is still on my computer. They deleted these two things and they're still on my computer.
Weird. But anyway. Well.
Are you doing anything fun this weekend?
I'm supposed to go to a party tomorrow night one of my friends is having. I'm gonna go, but I don't know that I'm gonna stay very long. I just really haven't felt like partying.
Yeah, I'm not a huge party person though, so
it's like I really enjoy going to like these little house parties and, you know, meeting some new people and mingling and vibing, but then I want to go home.
See, I don't like people.
See, I like people, but I also hate people. It's very complicated.
I also don't like crowds. So anywhere where there's going to be a lot of people, where they're going to be too close to me, or get in my way.
He says going to Los Angeles regularly.
I don't go to Los Angeles regularly.
You were going pretty regularly.
Not really. Like once a week.
That's regularly.
But not to like where there's going to be a lot of people. Like it was usually like to a comedy show. I wouldn't actively go to like Universal.
You went regularly and you said no, just every week.
I was about to say we haven't gone for a little bit, but we just went last Monday, so
I know.
But we weren't around that many people, which is sad because we went to a comedy show to see Grace Helbig, and there was no one sitting around us.
Yeah, there's been like a slew of cancellation of shows because nobody has any money to go.
Yeah.
They want to charge like hundreds upon hundreds of dollars and then wonder why the seats aren't filling up.
Oh, the Blue Dot syndrome or Blue Dot pandemic or something like that. I don't know what it's called, but
right. I'm just like, bro, we have no money.
Where like the Pussycat Dolls had to cancel their tour because tickets weren't selling, and it's like, well, there's two reasons behind that. And then there was a couple of other people that had to cancel their Meghan Trainor. She ended up having to cancel some shows because not enough people were buying tickets to make it actually profitable, which sucks for the people that did buy the tickets and wanted to go. But it's also like, if it doesn't make sense to like maybe do it online instead of in person. I just saw yesterday that Lady Gaga did something and it messed up our YouTube because she was going live. She was doing a live event.
Oh, dang.
And my YouTube froze at the same time that she released it. So Lady Gaga broke YouTube last night.
Believe it. I believe it.
So she was wrapping up her Mayhem tour. It was like the final show of her Mayhem tour, and it was in Los Angeles. She did a live recording, she did a live, and at the end of it, they did like one of those New Orleans style, what are they called? Funeral procession.
Okay.
So like everybody was dressed like they were in the like New Orleans funeral procession, and they like danced down the street and played music as they were walking from the last show. It was very cool. I didn't see it. I could have, because it's just down the road. But then again, people. I mean, I'm also 6'4", so you would think that people would see me coming and just get out of my way.
No.
Then it's like people don't have any situational awareness, so they're just there.
Yeah.
Well, would you like to call it a podcast and wrap it up for the day?
Yes. I think that sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to this week's episode of Now About That with James and Sarah. If you like this episode, please give us a like, a comment. Don't forget to follow or subscribe. If you would leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen, as those will help get the podcast out to more people and help us grow. Feel free to follow us on social media. Our handle everywhere is @NowAboutThatPod. So if we don't come up in the search, then we're not on that platform. My brain is not working. My brain isn't working. I've had to use it too much this week. And then you can send us, if you'd like to, you can send us an email. Our email is nowaboutthatpod@gmail.com. You can also visit our website, www.nowaboutthatproductions.com, or you can call and leave us a voicemail or send us a text message. Our phone number is 765-557-4170. Thanks again for listening, and we hope you have a great week, since this will be coming out on Monday. Sarah, enjoy your weekend, whatever you do. If you go see your friends at the party, then enjoy your time. Don't hurt anybody, I guess. I don't know.
All right. Well, you feel better.
We'll see. Don't threaten me.
I won't.
Bye, everybody. Ooh.
Bye.